Hello everyone, this is Anthony Johnson with East of Eden, and this episode I want to go over a lot of very interesting information concerning different beach resorts that are throughout the Philippines. And this particular one, it's a small one, but everybody in the Philippines with this recent COVID is trying to recover and to make a living. And so a lot of times the vloggers throughout the Philippines, they usually, their emphasis or their focus is on a large resort. This particular resort is called Blue Bay. And Blue Bay is just a little ways out of Lianga, which is in the province of Surigao del Sur, Mindanao, the Philippines. And this resort is ran by a family and has been, I believe, in operations for at least 15 years. They are the most gracious, and as far as hospitality, you could find none better. A good friend of ours stayed at the resort for one night. They have one room available that overlooks the ocean. It's a beautiful, beautiful room. And so the sunrise in the morning and the breeze, and it's just a great, great place, especially for someone that wants to go out and jog. Their facilities are very nice and clean. They have showers, very good bathroom facilities. As you can see over in the background, they have cooking areas where you can do barbecue. There's 2 sink stations there. This is one of the daughters that she speaks really good English, but really nice and is very reflective of her parents. They're very respectful people, very kind. The first time we came to the resort, they end up inviting us to stay for dinner, and they fed us. It was their younger daughter. It was her birthday, and so they had the cake, and just really, really nice people. I believe an aunt and uncle came over, and so we enjoyed a really festive time, and we really grew very close to these people. Um, the daughter here, she, I'll say for the most part, pretty well runs the place. Her father, he does some fishing. He has a partner that they have a boat. They go out and fish anywhere from a mile to a couple miles out from this area, and they've caught, I think one of the tunas, yellowfin tuna, was 24, 25 kilo, and so very professional, and they know what they're doing. The night they invited us to stay and eat with them, it was a yellowfin tuna that he had caught earlier that day, and so they invited us. It was delicious. This is the Sari Sari store there, and now she is cooking up this meal that is going to be for the birthday. And so, any celebration is not complete unless you have spaghetti. The Filipino spaghetti it's a little sweeter, but it's very nice, and so generally they'll cut up, hot dogs or or even sometimes veggie, but it's a process, and it's distinctly Filipino. And she was telling me that I believe she's 16, I think, and that when she first came here with her parents, she was 1. So they've been here for at least 15 years. And so anyway, she's cooking, and I'm sorry I don't have the audio because for some reason it wasn't on my camera. But she was a delight to talk to, and she filled me in about, yes, they have a pit over there where you could roast a pig if you wanted. They could probably arrange for a pig to be delivered, and then you cook it and pay for the pig, but they'll do whatever it takes to make sure you're comfortable and you're happy and you have a good time. And she was a great interview, and again, I'm sorry that the audio was just terrible. My camera was acting up, but she was very nice to talk to, and this filled me in on a ton of information. And like I said, this is just a very small little resort just trying to survive, but they offer the extra touch. They go out of their way to make sure that you are well pleased with everything that you're going through, whether it's food from the sari-sari to if you need, Red Horse, or if you need some Tango ice, whatever, they make you very comfortable. The one room, it has a small balai below it, and for 1.5, you get not only the night stay in the balai, which is a beautiful one, but you also have the little balai below, in which you could invite family over, and you could, eat and go out and swim and enjoy the day. And so, very nice, very nice. The whole place was very clean. They have trash cans every place. The beach was spotless, and so it was a pleasure. Um, the next part I want to go into is about tuba. And so there's been kind of I'll say, a misunderstanding about tuba. I've seen a lot of videos on it, but here is the thing you want to know. There were a lot of women that when they had children, they were unable to purchase formula because it was too expensive. And they end up giving their newborn tuba, fresh tuba. Now, I want to give you a distinction between fresh tuba and the tuba wine. If it is not sealed and refrigerated, it will ferment. It will turn into a wine, a fairly strong beverage, that within a couple of days. And probably by the third day, it's turned into suka, or vinegar. And so that's not what I'm after. There's also areas that they end up putting a tree bark in the wine, and it gives it a dye color, a red color. I don't know why they do that, but it is done. And so, but this, we buy the tuba fresh, and so our walk along the way, as you can see, there's some nice size. We believe they're very large limes. They're in the calamansi family. There is cacao trees all along this route. It's a beautiful walk, and that's my wife up in front. And it's a little muddy, but we're getting our way there. But we're walking back into this area where this young man is gathering up tuba daily from 8 trees. There's a nice picture of cacao. It was all over the place. And, and there's I think they're limes. I'm not real sure, but we got one, and we're going to scope it out and see. It smelled like a lime. But now we're almost there, and as we get a little bit closer, my wife is going to call out. She sees somebody up ahead, and we're going to find out if we can find where the young man is that's gathering the tuba. And this part is actually part of Alameda Farms, and it is a wonderful place to go to. They have a nice restaurant that serves really good food. There's a small zoo. They have some cottages that you can rent, but it's a beautiful place. And this place that we're going to, where this young man gathers the tuba, they also is several different buildings where they either are raising native chickens, or down below, I think I've taken some pictures down below, where there is a piggery, I think, and there's a goatery down there. And so Alameda Farms has really been very crafty in raising everything that they need for their restaurant, which is really nice. You can't see very well from here. I'm going to have a better shot in just a few seconds, but the young man is up in the coconut tree right now, and and he's on his last tree, and this is his last part of the coconut that the tuba that he's going to gather. And so I'm just taking some shots of the area. It's kind of up in the mountains. The air is very nice, and it's just a beautiful spot. I was pointing there for a minute. I don't know if I get over enough to see, but there's some other buildings down below, and that's the ones I was talking about, where the goatery and another big house full of chickens. I don't know if they're native or not, but just quite a layout. And I don't know if you can see in that coconut tree in the center of your screen, but he is climbing up in that tree, and he's very meticulous about how he gathers it. A lot of places, and I've been very fortunate to be able to try tuba out for many years. If you're very sloppy about how you gather the tuba, it can end up with bugs in it, or just debris, and that right there will cause you to have a bad case of going to the bathroom a lot. But this man, he is very careful, very clean. He makes sure that the bees are always up there around where he's gathering the tuba. Even my father-in-law, who gathers tuba for a long, long time, there were the bees always there, because they could. That was a source of sugar, and a way that they could collect the sugar to take and pollinate all sorts of different plants. And so this guy's very meticulous, very clean, and even after he brought the tuba back here to us, he filtered it another time yet. And this tuba is just some of the best you can ever drink. And very sweet. And if you seal it in good glass bottles, it will last for every bit of a week. Unfortunately, if you like it and the taste is so good, we usually won't last that long. You'll go through it. It's just that good. And so, anyway, we're waiting for him to come over, and He'll filter the tuba one more time, and just a great person. He had a good smile, and his partner that was there watching and feeding some of the chickens was there. And but we had a really nice. It was my first introduction to him, and we look forward to getting tuba from him for a long, long time. And so just kind of taking some more pictures around this kind of a little mountaintop where these houses and facilities are. And this is a huge tree that's right straight in front of us. And so we're just waiting for the gentleman to come over with the tuba. And after that, then we'll be heading back home. But just an extremely beautiful area. I highly recommend anyone to go to Alameda Farms. I've only got to visit there one time with my wife, but it was really nice. They have some telescopes, I guess you could say, up on the very top where the restaurant is, that you can see all of the Britannia Islands, and you can see the whole area of the coastline. There I'm taking, you can see a building down below, and which I'm taking some pictures of. That was another building of chickens. I couldn't tell if they're native or not, but a whole building, huge. And so I'm just trying to kind of give you a flavor of this experience. If you were going to this place, you would never even know this place existed. And through a sister-in-law and her good friend who found out about this place, we came up here. My wife was introduced to him a few days ago, and so we went up. This is the first for us, and so it was a great experience. And so anyway, we're just waiting on him, and just wanted to. If you notice, that's a butterfly is flying right in front of the camera right now. He's liking us for some reason. But the man's still up there in the coconut tree, and so anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you gained some information, and we'll see you next time.